I'm Ellene Sana. I am the Executive Director of the Center for Migrant Advocacy. We are a non-government organization based in the Philippines. We work for the rights of Filipino migrant workers and members of their families, basically through policy advocacy and facilitation of assistance to distressed Filipino migrants. For one, migration governance itself is not very clear, as we are probably used to having an international forum where we can bring in our issues. At the moment, and in fact for many years, that is not the case of migration or labor migration as we are witnessing today. And therefore, all the more that non-state actors or stakeholders like civil society organizations, like our group, for example, migrant organizations, should take an active role in shaping the policies and shaping the programs that would impact heavily on the lives of the migrant workers. It cannot be just governments deciding, especially because the perspectives of government on migration are quite varied and, in fact, sometimes are opposed to each other. So governments of origin of migrants would always claim that they have the interests of their own nationals going to other countries at heart. But then when you talk of the perspective of governments receiving the migrants, they would say that, oh yeah, they are okay, but until such time that we do not need them, they should be ready to go back and pack their things anytime. And I think that's, there is already quite a lot of difference. And you're already only talking of governments. So it is therefore necessary that other stakeholders, in fact, even including recruiters and employers, should be part of this governance on migration. Well, this is a good starting point to really put on the table the debate on migration governance and definitely exploring other ways of addressing the issue of migration and the issue of migration governance. I think we've been talking a lot about it ever since we started, for example, at the global level, the holding of this annual Global Forum on Migration and Development. And at least as far as I know, this is one international event that is dedicated or focused precisely on the issue of migration governance. So hopefully, whatever it is, we will decide, because in the afternoon we'll be doing some action points or a roadmap, or so-called, to feed into already existing initiatives at regional and global levels. But yeah, so hopefully it will be in concert with all these efforts of other civil society actors who are concerned on the rights, on the promotion of the rights of migrant workers. Yeah, because I think it's quite also important to stress that while this is the first, at least to my knowledge, international conference to discuss solely the issue of governance on migration, there have been efforts at various levels of civil society organizations and trade unions to come together and precisely strengthen their voice in the issue of migration governance. It's inevitable that things have to change, and change for the better. So it's not like when you are confronted with migrants that things will get for the worse. So we have to be more open and flexible. They have to be more inclusive of who should be on board, whether you're talking of the base or you're talking of programs. And for sure, do not leave behind the migrants themselves, but local constituents as well. And to our colleagues in the civil society organization, we have a lot to do. We have to also coordinate effectively. It cannot be just, some groups taking the lead and the rest of the group being left behind. We have to be in march to be in sync, to be able to have a stronger voice and stronger front vis-a-vis the state. Yeah, so it's a long way to go still. Yeah, but yeah, we do not lose hope.